I wonder, I know Kwani was joining on her iPad. If Kwani, would you like to play a song just before we get started?
Where is she? She was there.
Oh yeah. Oh, there she is. Oh yeah. I think she's connecting to audio.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm on my iPad, but I just got off the iPad because it's a little, yeah. Anyways, hi everyone.
Oh yeah. Hey, good morning.
How's everyone? Happy holidays. Jessica and Betty, thank you for letting me play again this year.
Thank you
If
so
anyone
much for
has-
coming back.
Hey, I really look forward to this every year. It's really nice.
Yeah. Yeah, we do too.
At the hospital. So if anyone has song requests, I know we're starting the meeting, but throughout the meeting, if you want to jot down some requests, just let me know. I'm happy to play them. Secular pieces, okay? So I'll start off with something.
Could someone please describe the slides? Thank you.
Jeff. We have a talented woman playing the piano.
Tell me when to stop. Tell me when to stop.
No, continue on.
I'll just play one song.
Thank you, Kwani.
Yay!
Amazing.
Thank you.
That's really beautiful.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very
Yeah.
good. I like your outfit too.
Yeah. I love the hat too.
Kwani is wearing
Color.
a purple dress, like a V-neck dress with a necklace, and has a little, I don't know how to describe it, a little hat, like a red, kind of a Santa hat, but it's a little different, a little white poof at the end, a little green at the base. That was a terrible visual description. I apologize. I did my best.
Not bad,
Please
not
describe what a poof is.
bad.
Use your imagination.
He looks like one of Santa's helpers to me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Santa does need help.
I'm helping Santa this year. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think why don't I turn it over to Peter to go over language interpretation so we can all set that up. At the end, I think Peter's going to share some slides.
Yeah. Let me make sure that I can. Yep, I can. Excellent. All right. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good
Magandang umaga sa
morning.
lahat.
All right, let me get into full-on share mode here. This is, oh, nope, not share. Oops, sorry, 1 second. Slideshow mode, that's what I want. There we go. Right next to it. So just want to go through the language interpretation setup so we can all connect to language interpretation on this
So,
call.
i-explain lang niya ni Peter kung paano i-start yung interpretation.
Voy a repasar las instrucciones de interpretación para que todos la habilitemos una vez que esté listo.
Dito sa Zoom call na ito.
And the reasons that we're doing this are many, but we've talked about this before. Why are we making language justice a priority here? We want to ensure open and equal communication for all. We think about this as a shared responsibility, just like disability access.
Ginagawa natin itong equal communication na ito na through Zoom at may Tagalog na interpretation.
Esther,
Yeah.
sorry, for this part, I'll go through the whole column and then we'll do Spanish and then Tagalog, if that's okay. Because we're not yet in simultaneous interpretation. Is that okay?
Sorry, yes.
Thank you. Okay, that'll just be a little smoother, I think. So we're encouraging everyone to set up interpretation on Zoom. A couple tips, reminders that'll benefit everyone for the interpretation through this meeting is if we speak slowly and clearly, if we think about key points that you want to make and you keep it brief so that you can take your time. If you avoid using acronyms or jargon, and if you do, if you need to, then explain it. And if you stick to one language, right? A number of us here can speak multiple languages. It'll be easier for interpretation purposes if you stick to one language and you're in one language channel. So I'll pass it to Heidi to explain that, and then I'll pass it to you, Esther.
Gracias, buenos días. Abierta y
Is Heidi going in
I
and
was
out for
about to ask.
everyone or
Okay.
just me?
can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
We hear you now, yes.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, that's okay.
I don't know where I cut off.
Pretty early, abierta, I
Okay.
think.
Thank you. Queremos mantener una responsabilidad compartida, queremos tener una comunicación abierta, equitativa para todos. Aquí queremos mantener el acceso a todas las personas, es con responsabilidad como para personas discapacitadas. Pedimos que todos elijan la interpretación en Zoom y unos pequeños consejos, que cuando comparta, por favor, hable despacio y claramente. Piense en los puntos principales que quiere compartir y sea breve. Por favor, no utilice siglas o jerga, o si en dado caso las utiliza, por favor, explíquelas. Y sabemos que muchos hablan varios lenguajes, sin embargo, le pedimos que se mantenga en el lenguaje que eligió, tanto para escuchar como para compartir, para que los intérpretes puedan pasarlo al otro idioma. Gracias.
Gracias, Heidi. Esther. Oh, I think you're muted, Esther.
Oh, shit.
Esther, I think you're still muted.
Sorry. So, bukas at pantay na komunikasyon para sa lahat. Nakabahaging responsibilidad tulad ng tulong sa may kapansanan. I-set up ang interpretation sa Zoom sa ibaba. Mga paraan, magsalita ng marahan at malinaw. Mag-isip tungkol sa mahalagang punto na gusto mong gawin at panatilihin itong maikli upang makapaglaan ka ng oras. Huwag gumamit ng mga acronym o magulong usapan at manatili sa isang wika. That's it.
Thanks, Esther. Sorry, let me just, there we go. All right, so now to make sure that everyone can get interpretation set up on their computer. Sorry, the slide is showing up a little too zoomed in. I'm not sure why. So we'll just do it like this. I'll hand it to Heidi first, and then we'll go back to Esther.
Okay.
Para asegurarnos que seleccionen o activen la interpretación, le pedimos que por favor sigan las señales que están en la pantalla. Si nos acompaña a través de computadora, vaya en la parte inferior de su pantalla y busque el globo terráqueo para elegir su lenguaje. Una vez que elija el lenguaje, le pedimos que apague el audio original mientras las personas están hablando. Lo puede prender de nuevo si hay música para que usted pueda escuchar la música. Y si nos acompaña a través de una tableta o teléfono inteligente, le pedimos que busque los 3 puntos o la palabra more para entonces encontrar la opción de lenguaje. Y muy importante que apriete, si tiene en inglés, que apriete la palabra done, D-O-N-E, o la palabra finalizado para entonces activar la acción de interpretación. Gracias.
Heidi. And Esther, one point that Heidi and I discussed that I neglected to mention is that for the music portions, people will want to unmute original audio so they can hear the music. So if you can mention that, that would be helpful.
Okay. So, ang interpretasyon, sa inyong mga control sa pagpupulong ng webinar, i-click ang interpretation sa baba. I-click ang wikang gustong marinig. Upang marinig lamang ang wikang hilig, i-click ang mute original audio. At pag nag-umpisa na ang music, i-mute lang sana para lahat ng tao ay makarinig ng magandang musiko ngayong umaga. I'm done.
Oh, can you read the
Sa
smartphone
inyong mga
portion?
control sa pulong webinar, i-click ang 3 dots at i-click ang interpretasyon ng wika, Filipino. I-click ang wikang gusto ninyong marinig, which is Filipino. I-click ang button para i-mute ang original na audio. Tapos i-click ang done. Tapos na.
Thanks. And now I'll read it in English for everyone. So hopefully people are starting to select channels. In your meeting/webinar controls, you can click interpretation, which if you're on the Zoom app from a computer should look like a kind of globe icon that you'll see. Then you want to select the language that you would like to hear. So if you're listening to me right now, probably English, and then optional to hear the interpreted language, only click mute original audio. So there may be times where you want to unmute original audio. If someone is singing in another language, that would be another time where you would want to toggle that off. But for now, keep mute original audio on. If you're joining from a tablet or a smartphone, you're going to find language interpretation by going to your meeting controls, tapping the 3 dots, then tapping language interpretation when it shows up in a list. Once you've tapped that, you'll tap the language you would like to hear. Again, optional, you can tap to toggle audio, the original audio on or off. You have to click done before moving on, and then we'll be good. That's all for language interpretation. So everyone go ahead and get yourself set up. I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to say one more word about access and shared access responsibilities. Okay. So just to make sure that everyone is on the same page, like we said at the beginning, we see access as a collective responsibility. So that's why we have captioning on this call. You can access captioning by going to more at the bottom of your screen, clicking show subtitles. And there's a live captioning happening right now. For things in the chat, we'll make sure to read those out so that anything that is particularly important that comes through the chat is shared with everyone, whether or not they can access the chat in the moment or not. We'll also make sure to follow up with any links that are shared in the chat. So just prefacing our meeting to make sure that everyone is aware of that. Okay, I think that is all that I have. So I'll turn it back to the facilitators. Thanks everyone for going through that and getting it all set up.
Thank you so much, Peter. And thank you, Heidi and Esther. So now I'm going to turn it over to Bisma to do a land acknowledgement.
I'm sorry, folks, before we go on, I don't know that our Tagalog interpretation is working. Can we just make sure we have that before we go on?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, I've clicked Filipino.
So Esther, I have you on the line.
Yes, can
Armando
you hear me?
somehow disappeared.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you. Okay, so you're
Okay.
interpreting
He's
in
trying to come
Tagalog.
in. I think if you can admit him.
Okay, I will do that in just a second. If you go ahead and interpret for now, we should be great.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you so much, Esther.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Jessica. All right, so let's turn it over to Bisma to lead our land acknowledgement.
Yay, thank you so much, Rhea. Hi, everybody.
Salamat sa
My
lahat.
name is Bisma. I go by
Bisma,
they, them
nagsasalita.
pronouns, and I am the digital organizer.
Y soy la organizadora de SDA y estoy muy
Today, I am a South Asian person with my hair tied back. I have like a festive little Christmas background with snowmans as well. And I will obviously read what I am sharing on the screen for those who may not be able to see it. For the acknowledgement, this is a practice of offering a way to deeply engage with our collective space, place, history, and positionality with the intention of centering Native people, land, cultures, and ways of life. And this is something that is a shared responsibility, just like the rest of the language and community agreements, to recognize that colonialism is an active process, not historical, but rooted in our present. And so I'm also going to share a native lands guide that would be very helpful to understand the native lands you might be occupying. If you visit native, NATIVE-land, land.ca, short for California, you'll be able to put in the address of wherever you are, and it'll tell you the native lands that were there prior to colonial contact and the cultures that are still fighting for revitalization at the moment. And so if you're joining us from San Francisco, that is historically Ramaytush Ohlone lands. If you're joining us from the East Bay or Oakland, that is historically Chochenyo Ohlone and Lishjan territory. And I will also offer folks to pay Shumi land tax, and I'll drop the link in the chat as well once I stop sharing the slides. But a Shumi land tax is basically a collective of Ohlone women who live within the city of San Francisco and Oakland, who are working on cultural revitalization of the native people of these lands. And so if you do have a little bit of discretionary funds that you're looking to put forward during the holiday season, I suggest that you consider paying that Shumi land tax. And so now I'll pause and see if anybody wants to participate either in a silent or verbal reflection on the land acknowledgement, share where you are, as well as the histories that you're carrying with you, either in the chat, you can unmute and say it out loud, or it could just be a silent reflection as well. So I can also model. So hi, my name is Bisma. I am the descendant of South Asian refugees that fled from India and Pakistan, and I am here occupying Ramaytush Ohlone lands while acknowledging the history of the place and the people that are continuing to fight on their lands. And if you do share in the chat, I'll read out loud your acknowledgement as well. But understand if it wants to be a silent one. Rhea wrote, I am zooming from Chochenyo Ohlone land. And Peter wrote, I am also joining from Rumitush Aloni land. And Sarah is joining Confederacy of Lisjan Aloni land. Great. Thank you, everybody, for participating in the land acknowledgement section. And then lastly, Dawson wrote that they are occupying Aloni land, grateful to be here and supporting rematriation of this land to native stewards of this land. Thank you for that. Great. And now I'll stop sharing my screen and pass it over to our presenters.
Thank you so much, Bisma. Yeah, thank you for leading that. I think this maybe is our first GM that we've had a land acknowledgement, and yeah, just really appreciate thinking about where we all are and yeah, the history of the land that we're on and the people who have taken care of it. And also thank you for the invitation to pay the Shumi land tax, which is also in the chat. So now I'm going to turn it over to Betty to welcome us officially, and then we're going to get started with the rest of the meeting.
Okay, thank you so much, Rhea. So I'm Betty Trainer, and I'm the board president, and I welcome everyone to our annual holiday meeting, which is not only lots of fun, but also we're going to be doing some dreaming of what we would like for the new year. And I'm hoping in the new year that as far as the board, that I'm going to get some more of the board members attending. Cora is here, and that they will share the welcome in the new year. And I should describe myself also. I'm have my glasses on right now. I have white hair, which I will add used to be brown pre-pandemic, and see what the pandemic did to me. So anyway. So looking forward to the meeting, and if anybody has any questions you'd like to know about the board, what we do, and possible interest in joining some of our meetings, and even considering joining the board, please contact me. I'll put my email address and phone number in the chat. Okay, again, welcome everyone. I'm looking forward to our meeting today. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Betty. And I realized I didn't describe myself either. So I'm Rhea, for any of you who I haven't met before. You can see me from like the shoulders up. I have brown skin. I'm also South Asian and long brown hair, and wearing a gray sweatshirt and glasses, and in front of just a plain white background, because I haven't figured out how to get the snowman working yet, but hopefully it'll come soon. Yeah, thank you so much, Betty, for welcoming us. So I've shared the agenda in the chat, and I'll just briefly go over it. So we already had the introductions and interpretation, and next we're going to go into small groups and have some discussion about brainstorming our dreams and hopes for next year. Then we'll come back to the big group and share what we talked about. Then we'll have a short break with some music during the break. Then we'll do announcements at 11. And then the second half of the meeting will be music and a raffle with a bunch of really exciting prizes. Kwani will be playing some more wonderful songs for us, and we'll also be able to request songs. Yeah, and then we'll close out by 12. So that's our agenda for today. I'll share it again in the chat. Yeah, so next we're going to go into small groups and discuss what are our hopes and dreams for SDA in 2022. And as we think about that, we can think about like, what did we do in 2021 that felt really important, that we started working on and want to continue, that we was really, that we really liked being involved in, or what are the issues that we didn't didn't tackle that we feel like are really important to senior and disability communities that we feel like we could do something about. So, and just to recap briefly, in this past year, we tackled issues of housing, healthcare and home care, mental health, transit justice, care rationing, and digital internet access. And we brought anti-ageist, anti-ableist, and anti-racist lens to organizing around these issues. And that included things like launching the free Wi-Fi campaign and continuing our work in transit justice and Mad Mob and the Housing Collaborative and HAT, starting the wheelchair campaign, having our first wheelchair repair clinic, and a whole bunch of other things, both in person and virtual. So we're going to just get into small groups and kind of dream big about what is it that we want to do next year. What are some of our campaign ideas, our goals, our visions? And then this will be the beginning of the process that leads to our advocacy agenda for next year. This is kind of the big dreaming phase, and then we'll go back, do more research, kind of refine our ideas into campaigns that we can take on. And then we'll vote on the campaigns in January and then finalize the advocacy agenda at the SDA staff board and membership retreat, which will be early next year. And then we'll bring it back to the whole group to vote on and ratify. And then we'll have a new advocacy agenda for the next year. So I believe we have about, let's see, how much time do we have? About 15 minutes in small groups. And we'll have a staff member take notes and help with facilitation. So let's see, Jessica, could you put us into groups?
Yes, I am working on
Okay,
groups.
wonderful.
Did you say 15 minutes?
Yeah, I think 15 minutes is good.
Okay, wonderful. Can I ask who needs Spanish interpretation, who needs Tagalog interpretation, and who needs captioning? And Ligia may know about Spanish. Right now I have Flor, Jose, Ligia, and it says Maria Garcia, but I think that's Lupita. Is that right? All those folks would like Spanish interpretation?
Es Lupita. Ajá. Y Berta también. Berta está ahí con Priscila.
Okay, if there's a problem, we'll move people afterwards, but I think I got everyone. And sorry, who would like Tagalog interpretation? You can unmute yourself and say it out loud or put it in the chat. And is there anyone who would like captioning? Okay, I think we'll go ahead then. You ready, Rhea?
Yeah, thank you, Jessica.
Oh, good. We had folks who just joined. Is there anyone on here right now who needs interpretation or captioning? Some folks I haven't seen in a while. Hi, Henrietta. Hi, Berta. Hi, Marie. Welcome. Okay, I'm just going to assign you to small groups then. Here you go. Denise, is your sound okay now? Can you hear us? All right, Denise, I'm going to try to assign you and then I'll come check on you in a second, see if it's working.
Just checking.
I saw a request for help in this room.
Huh.
Was that unintentional?
I don't think I clicked anything. I don't know if anyone else did.
It said Berta asked for help.
Oh, Berta?
Berta. Okay.
Berta, say. Okay, let me know if you need anything.
It seems like all of our concerns are continuing to the next year, and we're putting more emphasis on transportation as we're moving away from the pandemic restrictions and stay-at-home orders. So thank you all so much for participating. I'm going to hand it over to Pai and Kwani to lead us in our break. Yeah, so.
Forgive me for interrupting. I can't use the chat. This is David, and I would really like to receive the information. I think the president of the board, Betty, left her contact information, email and phone number. If you could please send that in an email, that would be much appreciated. Thank you.
Of course. Thank you so much for your interest, David. I will send it over to you right now.
It's break time, right? Is that what you're saying? Break time?
Yes.
While we're listening to the famous Connie on her, I think, I can't see it. It's not a piano. It's a, oh.
It's a weighted keyboard.
Yes, on her keyboard. So do what you need to do for the next, what is it, 5 minutes?
Oh,
Is that right, Dawson? 5 minutes of break time? And we
Yes,
listen
go.
to the soothing music presented by Connie.
It's going to be more upbeat if you guys don't mind. This year's kind of sucked.
Is that on 3/4 time, or what do you mean upbeat?
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Berta, Flor, ¿pueden escuchar el piano? Sí, lo estoy escuchando. Sí, ok.
Sí.
Ah, bueno.
And your request?
Thank you.
so far? I know Frosty the Snowman's on the list. Are we okay with that?
Bravo, bravo. So what's next on the agenda? Awesome.
Oh, good question. So the next thing on our agenda, if I'm not wrong, is our first part of the raffle. Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Oh, no,
I'm
no, no,
dialing
no,
back
don't
a little
rush me
bit.
now.
It's
Don't
the,
rush
it's
me.
the, it's the announcements. I'm sorry. So I will invite Rhea to start us off with the announcements. Thank you again. Everyone, please give Kwani a round of applause for beautiful piano accompaniment for our break, and we will hear more from Kwani in a little bit. So Rhea.
Hey everyone. That was beautiful playing. Thank you so much, Kwani. And it reminds me of being at the church at GM at this time of year. All right, so sorry, I'm just opening up our agenda for announcements, which we're doing early today, so we can move into the celebration part of the meeting. Sorry. Okay. So I guess one kind of sad announcement that we have is that Freddie is no longer working at SDA. He had his last day about a week, right after Thanksgiving, and just decided to move on to other things. So we're all going to miss him. And I know a lot of members know already that he left, but some don't. So yeah, just if you want to reach out to him and say hi, feel free to do that. Say that, you know, can share anything that you enjoyed about working with him and what he brought to SDA. And also just to make it clear that the housing work is still going and that Yessie is doing a wonderful job as a housing organizer. And we're going to have a housing collaborative meeting next Wednesday, December 15th at 1 p.m. And I believe that Yessie will be leading that meeting with members as well. Yeah, just wanted to announce a couple of things about renewing SDA membership. It's a great time to renew your membership for next year, or to make a year-end donation if you can. And you can either do that online or send a check to our PO box, which I'll put the address in the chat. It's PO Box 423388, San Francisco, California 94142. And online is probably the easiest way to renew or to make a donation. And Dasim, do you want to announce the upcoming free Wi-Fi action?
Yes, thank you very much. So tomorrow at 2 p.m., we are going to do a delegation at the AT&T store on Powell Street. I think lots of people here might have been there on October 18th when we were packing that store. So we're going to go back after we have done our little excursion, if you will, to different neighborhoods and different AT&T stores in those neighborhoods. So people who were not able to participate in our November actions and are still supporting our Wi-Fi action, please come through tomorrow, Friday, 2 p.m., Friday, December 10th, 2 p.m. at 1 Powell Street, which is Powell and Market, where the cable cars are. That's the AT&T store we are going to go back to. Yeah, so anyone here who's interested in participating? Can I see a show of hands maybe? Yes, Rebecca's gonna be there. Maybe Pat, maybe.
I have my hand up, but it's not about to attending. What I'd like to know, just one question in regards to the Wi-Fi. What is the biggest obstacle that you're coming up with it? Is it the buildings being wired? Because I live in an SRO through Conard, and it's BHS and DPH, and I'm wondering what the obstacle is so that we have it. And so we were able to get it here. So I'm wondering what obstacle is coming your way, just so I can do research on it.
So thank you very much, Liza. I think that's a great question. We are, so there are a couple of avenues that we're trying to get Wi-Fi for everyone, which would be getting the individual kind of subscribers for seniors and people with disabilities, getting that cost down, so down to zero. And also through the buildings like SROs, right? So in that case, there is an issue with the fiber cables. So some buildings are not equipped with those cables for the internet to be able to go into that building, the Wi-Fi, the building-wide Wi-Fi. So we're trying to tackle it from those two fronts. So maybe, so that I don't take up too much time here, maybe I can reach out to you and we can discuss more if you have more questions, or you can also write to me. I'll put my contact information in the chat. Yeah, so let's go from there.
Perfect, thank you.
Thank you. More folks who are going to participate at our Wi-Fi action. Pat, I see your hand. You're muted though. And then, yeah, I think that's good. Pat, I see you're talking. You're muted.
Okay. Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Oh.
They may not respond, or
Yes.
not know what to check. They're hard to
Go for it, Pat.
Yeah, you can hear me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I understood the meeting was going to be on Irving Street. That's what I was told.
No, that was last week when you were there, right? So tomorrow it's going to be at 1 Powell Street. We're going back to the big store.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Confusion. Okay. Anyway, it's tomorrow. Thanks. Yeah, I'll be there.
Amazing. Yay, see you soon. I see hands from Ligia, Bisma, Denise, and Sarah. Should I pass it back to Rhea so Rhea can be calling on folks? Or if this is not Wi-Fi related, I'm going to mute myself, yeah? Okay.
All right, thank you, Dasim. Yeah, so we are opening it up to other announcements.
Yeah.
Let's see, how about Ligia?
Yeah, some of you might know that we had a petition that Jamel did for the wheelchair, the repair program. And so we got a new one. And so even if you signed the other petition, I just put in the chat the new one. So please click on it, sign, and share it with your contacts so we can have more people. This would be great. We just had an amazing event last Friday, and we wanted to continue to grow in that direction. So please click on the petition, sign on it, and share it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ligia. Also just want to say that we are going to email out all these announcements and the links after the meeting. So don't worry if you can't read the chat or if you miss something, it will be coming. All right, how about Denise? Would you like to make an announcement? I don't know if you can press *6 to unmute yourself. All right, I don't know if Denise can unmute, so I'll pass it next to Bisma.
Thank you, Rhea. I just wanted to make an announcement that on Saturday, there's going to be a Larkin Street flea market. So this Saturday from noon to 6 between O'Farrell and Eddy Street, there's going to be a bunch of vendors there selling little handmade things. And I'll also be vending in case you want to see me with my holiday goodies. But yeah, so it's on Saturday from 12 to 6 p.m. And yeah, feel free to visit me there.
Hey, that's exciting. Let's see, Denise, it looks like you're unmuted. Do you want to make an announcement?
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, so the rally's tomorrow. Yes, the announcement. Oh, I
Yeah,
had it written down. There's racial justice reform. Ends mandatory minimum jail sentences for nonviolent drug offenses. That's Senate Bill 73. So yay! And my cat is practicing for the San Francisco Opera.
Wow, it sounds like she's ready for the show. Thanks, Denise.
Yeah, and the studio is reopening January the 11th, and I encourage folks to go to 145 9th Street Independent Studio when they open, and you can talk to them, have a live time slot or pre-recorded or both, and they have classes, and I encourage folks that would like to go there. There's plenty of open time slots, so love to see you there. Thanks.
Thank you, Denise. All right, let's see. Sarah?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I had to step away for a second. I didn't. I wanted to know if everyone here, if everyone would like to renew their membership. I don't know if everyone here has renewed their membership or become a member. I know a number of you have. And it's that time of year. And if you have not done that yet this year, I'm going to put the link here in the chat to renew your membership. We are also doing a fundraising drive. We're trying to raise $15,000 by the end of the year. That's separate from membership. And we have $8,098 left to go to reach our goal. So you could become a member, and you could also donate for our end of year thing, or just become a member. So I'll put those links here in the chat. Sorry to maybe repeat what you had said. Thanks.
Thank you, Sarah. Let's see, Liza.
I just wanted to thank anybody and everybody that participated in the 30 right now, and just let you all know that it was success, a historical success for San Francisco, for people today and people tomorrow, and hopefully our seniors. So congratulations to all. And there's also a Christmas tree lighting at Bodecker Park. I thought it was on the 15th, but it says, I looked at a flyer and it's the 17th, but I could be wrong, but it's coming up next week. So I'll let you know, Rhea. And it will be from 5 to 7. The mayor will be there. Scott Wiener will be there. A couple other people, like Jane Kim was invited. I don't know. So, but it should be really nice. The tree is really pretty. So hopefully you can make it, and there'll be hot chocolate and a bunch of stuff there.
Great. Thank you so much, Liza, for that invitation.
JD, do you need my link, JD?
What? Kai, I think you might want to be muted. Let's see, who else has a hand up? It looks like David. David, do you want to make an announcement? Are you able to unmute? There you go.
Yes, sorry, my screen reader was talking to me when you were talking, so it was being very rude. Yeah, I have an announcement that one issue that we have not discussed that's extremely important is enhancing and preserving our social security system. Please support HR 5723. It's a revised bill, the Social Security 2100 a sacred trust that was introduced a couple of months ago by John Larson of Connecticut. And it's vital. It would improve Social Security in many different ways. It would raise the amount of money that people receive, not only each year in a more equitable fashion, but also it would raise the amount of money that people are getting. The Biden administration has promised to raise all Social Security payments by $200 a month. They still haven't done it. So it's very important that we support HR 5723. Thank you.
HR 5723.
Thank you, David. That's really important. Thanks for bringing that to our attention.
I have a question.
Okay.
Ready?
Sorry, do you have just a quick question, Pat?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I've received dozens of letters from many, many different organizations, all saying that they're trying to save Social Security, and they want me, of course, to fill out, surveys and also to send them money. I can't understand why there are so many, if it's true, so many different agencies reaching out and trying to get money to preserve Social Security. Does anybody know why that's going on?
Let's see if David might have a quick answer. David, did you have any response to that?
I think we have to be careful. I've heard that there are some scams going on, but I can't tell you about the organizations that are, really, organizations we can trust. But I have heard that there are scams that organizations are trying to get money, bilking people, saying they're going to use it for Social Security when they're not. So
I
we have, I don't know.
I throw them all out now.
That's important to know. So let's take note of that, and maybe we can do a little research on. Yeah. So thanks for that. Let's see. Yessie has an announcement.
Hi, everyone. So this is like quick holiday announcement. Booker T. Washington is holding Winterfest celebration. That's going to be, I think, tomorrow from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. They will have wellness gift cards, Bouncing House Wonderland event, holiday dinner, also COVID vaccine and testing providing as well. Yeah, you should go, and I will also put the information in the chat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, great. Thank you so much, Yessie. So many holiday events in San Francisco. So great. So yeah, on that note, Jessica is going to share some holiday resources.
Thanks so much. I also wanted to remind people, I know we've talked about a lot going into the chat. We will email that out later for folks, and it's in the agenda. So either place you can access it. Last month, we gave some resources that I just want to remind people of, that while, today we're celebrating the holidays, and we have our own community, our own family with SDA. We know that holidays can also be hard for folks, right? Who may feel lonely, it may bring up other issues. And so if you are in need of a holiday meal, there are a lot of groups out there that do meals, and it's a place to go and be with others on Christmas or Christmas Eve, if that's important to you. There's also mental health help out there. So we have information about the Warm Line of the Mental Health Association of San Francisco, Friendship Line, and Suicide Prevention Hotline. And I will put the link in the chat. And again, we'll share that by email so that people can access those. And just a reminder that we can all check in with each other, right? Everyone here has connected with other members, at least today, if not before. And so reach out and call another member, especially while SDA is closed for our this year 2-week winter break. We can all check in with each other. Thanks.
I have to go now. Thank you, Jessica, and have a nice holiday, everybody.
Yeah, happy holidays,
Kathy.
Kathy. Thanks
Cheers.
for joining us.
See you in 2022.
Yeah.
Onward.
All right.
Yeah, see you, Kathy.
Any more announcements, or shall we start our celebration? I think we should.
can hear you.
All right, let's turn it over to our wonderful MC, Ty Ra.
Now, but if you'd rather wait until you dropped off, that's totally fine.
Ty,
Yes,
are you
I'm
ready?
unmuting myself. I was checking the raffle list, making sure who's naughty or nice. And basically, I have a list here of people who, well, aren't we supposed to be starting this off with singing from Tony?
From Tony.
Tony is going to join us a little bit later. But
It's not Tony, it's another special guest.
yeah.
Oh, a special guest that I don't know about. Okay. Okay. How should we do this? Should we do a few raffle items first before we start some singing?
That sounds good. And I can actually share my screen of the raffle circle. If you send me the list of names that you have.
I have the list of names. I already have pulled a list down, so I have the order already.
Okay, so maybe you can input the names into this website, and I can.
I will tell
share the
you what they
screen.
are. So basically, you want to read off the first raffle items?
Okay, so our first raffle item, we have 4 items of cute reusable face masks. So that will be 4 different names that we will be selecting. I hope you're excited. We will have the masks with cute prints on them.
So using the list from the participation list on Zoom, the first winner is Bertha.
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 The
First
second
winner
one.
of the day.
Hey.
Yeah. Second one, Rebecca.
Rebecca.
Number 3, Leah.
Oh.
Leah.
Yes.
Hey, Leah.
Nunca había ganado yo nada.
And the fourth one is Cora.
Woohoo!
Cora.
Hey, I don't see a Leia, and I want to be sure I can catch winners.
L-A-I space K-U-A-N.
Oh,
Kwani.
Funny.
Okay, Connie's down twice then.
I'm here.
In that list. You're cheating, Connie. Your name is in there twice. Okay.
That's
We
weird.
will fix
No.
that.
Oh, we can all join with our
I'm
phone and our
willing to
computer
pass.
and get entered.
I'm willing to pass my gift forward because we get so many face masks at the hospital.
Okay.
Yeah, someone else that might need them more because we have tons of them at the hospital.
Well, I'm going down my list, which I'm checking it twice again. The next person is Naveed.
David Mandel or David?
Yeah, David Mandel.
Okay, so that's it for our face mask winners.
great.
Congratulations to Bertha, Rebecca, Cora, and David. Woohoo!
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Thanks very much.
Yay!
Thanks so much.
That's so exciting. So we will be getting in touch with you to figure out how we're gonna get you your prices by mail. So the next 5 items we have for this raffle are SDA shirts. So we have 5 large size SDA shirts. There are no choices in the sizes, I'm sorry. But we have 5 of them. So there will be 5 winners of our shirts.
So, quick question. Does the person have to be here because somebody just left who's on this list?
I would say for fairness purposes, people who are not here unfortunately cannot participate in the raffle as it works.
Oh, I'm crossing that off from the list. Okay. So
Check it
next,
twice,
the next one, Esther.
Esther!
Yay, Esther.
Number 2, Thomasita.
Ooh,
Thomasita.
Thomasita.
Number 3, Carol.
Carol.
Number 4, Betty.
Woohoo!
Which Betty?
Oh,
Betty with the
entry.
T.
Betty
Ooh,
Trainer?
Betty.
Betty.
Do you already have our shirt, Betty, maybe?
Oh, yeah.
You might have a shirt.
Probably
Who
a few
knows?
of them.
I can pass
gift it.
mine on.
Yeah, you can gift it.
Okay.
Okay, one more person for the SDA shirt.
This is
Drum roll.
Marie.
Marie. Woohoo! Congratulations to Esther, Thomasita, Carol, Betty Trainer, and Marie for winning an SDA shirt in a large size. Congratulations.
So, on this list here.
Wait, I'm sorry. I don't see a Marie either. Is it Lupita Maria Garcia?
No, it was just
It wasn't
from
Marie.
the participant list, it was Marie. That was it. Maybe that person has left.
Oh yeah, Marie was here for our small group, but is no longer here, it looks like.
Oh, so crossing it off from the list.
Ooh, so who is the
Now
last
we
person
got
who won?
Maddie. Maddie.
Yay. Thank you.
Yay.
Woohoo!
Okay. Now, trying to read this list of singers. I don't have a list of singers here.
Well, I believe that Lupita might be ready to sing.
Are you, Lupita, ready to start this off?
Sí. I'm ready to sing. Somebody?
Lupita, it's your turn.
Ah, there she is.
Lupita, you need to unmute yourself. Don't forget.
¿Ya se oye?
Yeah.
¿Ya? Ok. Ok, ahí va. Ok.
What would she like to sing?
¿Los peces en el río?
Qué linda.
Ahorita va a
She's
iniciar.
gonna sing Fishes in the River.
La Virgen se está peinando entre cortina y cortina. Los cabellos son de oro y el peine de plata fina. Pero mira cómo beben los peces en el río. Pero mira cómo beben por ver a Dios nacido. Beben y vuelven a beber los peces en el río por ver a Dios nacer. Pero mira cómo beben los peces en el río, pero mira cómo beben por ver a Dios nacido. Beben y vuelven a beber los peces en el río por ver a Dios nacer. La Virgen se está lavando y tendando en el romero, los angelitos cantando y el romero floreciendo. Pero mira cómo beben los peces en el río, pero mira cómo beben por ver a Dios nacido. Beben y vuelven a beber los peces en el río por ver a Dios nacer. La Virgen se va caminando solita, y no lleva más compañía que el niño de la manita. Pero mira cómo beben los peces en el río, pero mira cómo beben por ver a Dios nacido. Beben y vuelven a beber los peces en el río por ver a Dios nacer. A Dios nacido. Beben y vuelven a beber los peces en el río por ver a Dios nacer.
Bravo, Lupita, bravo.
Bravo.
Gracias, Lupita.
Gracias a ustedes.
Gracias.
Thank you to you, Lupita says.
Thank you so much, Lupita.
Muchas gracias, Lupita.
Are we going to continue on with the raffling?
I don't know why not. We
Oh,
should-
okay.
Yeah.
So what's next on the raffle list?
We have, yes.
A ticket for the Philippines.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Belita, you should donate that to us so we can raffle it out. Okay, so we have 2 items in our next section. So we have 2 copies of Disability Justice Primer written by Sins Invalid Collective. It's a Bay Area Disability Justice Collective, or performance collective. It's Bay Area based, but it's also national and international. And they have written lots of accessible theory about what is disability justice and how to make social gatherings and performances and all in all life more accessible for disabled people. And it's written both for disabled and non-disabled people to read and educate ourselves. So we have 2 copies of the book, digital or physical copies. So Pi, who are our winners? Drum roll, please.
Okay, the first one, hopefully I can pronounce the name properly, Mandaro.
That is our interpreter, Armando.
Not Amando. Yeah, it must be Amanda. Okay, I missed the A on it. Okay, I wrote it down. Yeah, Amando.
Armando, you said that's Mandaro, right?
Yeah, I thought it was Mandaro, M-A-N-D-A-R-O.
I think there was a Mandaro earlier.
Yeah, that was Armando. Hi,
but
Armando.
now we have Armando too. We have both.
So it's Armando. Okay,
Yay.
second one is Linda Ross.
Woohoo! That's Dharma.
There's Linda.
So
You got
Armando and Dharma. So Armando, would you like a digital or physical copy of the book? Sorry, give me a second. Digital or physical copy of the book? Okay, great. Thank you. So we're going to give a physical copy to Armando and Dharma. Would you like a digital or physical copy? Dharma, Miss Dharma and Linda Ross, are you present?
I don't think she's on anymore.
Okay, well, unfortunately, we set our rules earlier. So if you're not here, you do not participate in the raffle. So we want the next name. Pi, who is the winner?
Mute. You're muted, Pi.
I will do that, but in the meantime, there's somebody in the waiting room waiting to get in, a surprise guest.
That's Tony.
Okay, the next person then is Jamal.
Jamal Burrell. Woohoo! Jamel, congratulations. Would you like a physical or a digital copy of the book?
That would be a digital.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Armando and Jamel.
Thank
Woohoo!
you.
I'm sorry, was that digital or physical for Jamal?
Digital.
Digital?
Yes. And then we got 2 more gifts for this round.
Hold on.
So that is $20 gift card for Safeway, Target, or Walgreens. It's up to you to decide once you win. So Pi, drum roll please.
Okay, the next one, Bruce Wolf.
Woo! I think Bruce is actually not here anymore. He left earlier.
Jeez, where is everybody?
I had a work emergency.
Okay, Anna S.
Anna Spur. Woohoo!
And next is Jose.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
And Jose. Woo-hoo-hoo. Congratulations. So Anna, would you like it to Walgreens, to Target, or to Safeway?
Walgreens, please.
Yes. Jose, would you like it to Walgreens, Target, or Safeway?
I don't think he's on anymore.
Okay, so not Jose. One more person can win. the $20
Okay,
gift card.
that's cross. Heidi.
Heidi, our interpreter.
I know Heidi is here.
Él ha tenido muchos
Heidi.
problemas, se ha ido cayéndole su internet a cada rato.
Yeah, Ligia, you were speaking into the English group.
No, she was saying that Heidi's having problems with her internet and her audio keeps going out.
Okay. That's unfortunate. But since Heidi is here, maybe would you be sorry, English. Would you like Safeway, Target, or a Walgreens gift card?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Is it possible to pass it to somebody? I would love for someone to send this gift card, someone else in the group.
That's
I
so
do appreciate
sweet.
it. Thank you.
That is very sweet. Okay, Pi, we still have this price. No one wants this $20. I can take it. Pi, go for it.
Another name, Celine?
You didn't give away mine, did you?
Celine. No, of course, Anna, you
we
still got
didn't give-
yours. Celine, congratulations on winning the $20 gift card. You have a choice between I don't know if Celine is here. Celine is
I am here.
Yes.
I am here.
Yes. So would you like Walgreens, Safeway, or Target?
Safeway or Target?
Okay, so you only have one choice. Would you like Safeway or Target?
I guess I'll take Safeway.
All right.
So messed up. Maybe I should take Target.
Okay, I'll put down Target, and then if you change your mind, you have until Friday to decide, and then you can let me or anyone else know. Congratulations to Armando, Jamel, Anna, and Celine for winning this round of raffle. We have one more round of raffle with special prizes from a very special person on this very special call. So please hang on until the end. And now we have also a very special guest coming up next. And we'll let Pi to introduce him.
Is there Elvis in the house?
Yes.
Elvis, please.
I don't think he's here.
Oh, wow.
I don't think he's here quite yet.
So Elvis has left the house?
Maybe we do a little more other entertainment first.
Well,
Like
I have
JD's
down
got a
here
visual
somebody
on
named Virginia. I have somebody here on the list saying Virginia's next.
Unfortunately, she couldn't make it, but I would love Kwani to get us started with 2 songs, and then we can hear from maybe if Elvis ever comes
I can do that.
Well, I
Thank
can
you.
keep these.
Is there a special guest on me?
Delete that. Oh my God. What about those? Okay, no one gives a fuck. Enjoy your day.
Woo! Thank you.
Are we ending with the song at the end or?
Yes. Yes. Yeah, we would love to hear another song from you though, if you can play one.
I have so many. There are like 50 tabs in this.
Yay.
Let me do this. It'll cheer us up for the end of the meeting. I'll repeat it at the end of the meeting so everyone can sing it together. So.
Thank you, Kwani.
You're welcome. Do you want more?
I think we can start on the last round of our raffle because I'm looking at the time and I want to make sure everyone gets their prizes. Pi, I would like to welcome you back.
Yes, and I'd like to introduce the famous, well-known beekeeper of Brookview Park. And if you can highlight her, she will show us the last three items. Is she highlighted?
JD. Hello.
Hello.
Oh my God.
I am here with 3 items. Some that have been made by your host, and that would be 2 lovely jams, handmade. Mr. Ra can tell you the ingredients, but I believe it includes kiwi and strawberry. Is that correct?
Yes, it is
They're so
a
yummy.
unique combination of strawberry, kiwi, and green apples.
Wow.
Has a very subtle green apple taste with the kiwi.
It's very yummy. I can vouch for that.
Yes.
Then you might notice that the lovely ladies behind me, this is a swarm from a few years back.
Yeah,
I captured them and put them in the hive. And this is the queen. And so the queen has designated an official jar of the ladies' finest work. And this is a really good jar. This is like something that Pi and I, when we don't put it in tea, we take it by the spoon because it's like nectar. It's like this particular one tastes there's a kind of like cinnamony spice, and it all depends on whatever pollen they've collected this year. So it's super yummy.
So with that, from our famous beekeeper from Brookview Park Farm, first person for one of the bottles of jam, the first person is Charles.
Charles.
Are you there?
But I think
Did we get? Okay.
Is
Now,
Charles here?
I'm sorry, did you say Carl Pi or
no,
Carol?
Charles. Charlie. Charles.
Charlie is not here.
Not Charles.
Is he still eligible?
No.
Okay. Another name, Pi.
Okay, I saw it here. Let's see if it's there. Sylvia.
There you go, Sylvia.
Now for the second one, Lisa. Lisa.
Liza. Woohoo.
Lisa or Liza?
Liza. Liza.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Congratulations, Liza and
know.
Sylvia, for getting the beautiful pie jam. Pie
And-
brand jam.
Yeah, thank you for getting us out of this jam, Liza. So next, for the final, the nectar of the gods and goddesses. The winner is Bruce.
Lucky Bruce.
Yeah.
Wait, Bruce is not here.
Bruce is still gone.
Bruce is not there. Bruce is not
Oh,
lucky anymore.
unlucky Bruce.
Continues to be gone.
I know.
Did
He
escape.
could have
Unlucky
won.
Bruce is right, yeah.
Okay, I have, and check to see if this person there, Carrie King.
Carrie.
Carrie, did Carrie have to leave? Carrie was in our small group.
Yeah, Carrie is
Oh,
not here either. We
Okay,
Third time's the charm.
still...
now on her window screen, on her Zoom screen is BEAUT, known as Emelita.
Emelita, congratulations.
Enjoy.
Honey, Emelita.
This is a good ship.
Way.
Woohoo.
You got the honey from my honey.
Thank you. Thank you.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
Guess what I see? I see Elvis.
How's it going,
Mark,
baby?
Oh my God, Elvis is alive.
North Pole.
I'm walking home and I'm about 10 minutes away, but I figured I'd come on with my telephone.
Woohoo.
Hey, Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays. Happy holidays.
Good to see you, Tony. Or Elvis. Hi.
I want to invite Elvis to sing us a Blue Christmas, wish us a happy holidays. And before we do that, I want to check if Berta still has a question. I saw it in the chat that Berta has a question. Okay, so if you do not have a question, we can hear from Elvis.
Hey, Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy holidays. I'm here in Hendersonville, North Carolina. I'll just show you. This is the Greenville Highway. We're probably going to get snow in the next month or so. I got to say much love to the SDA staff and the members of SDA. I just miss those vegetarian lunches. You know, I still have my red ticket for all those vegetarian SDA lunches. I actually could go for a vegetarian SDA lunch about now. But anyway, this is for the SDA staff and the beloved members of Senior and Disability Action. I'll have a blue Christmas without you. I'll be so blue thinking about you. Decorations of red on a green Christmas tree won't be the same, dear, if you're not here with me. And when those blue snowflakes start falling on the Carolina Christmas trees, that's when those blue memories start falling. You'll be doing all right with your Christmas of white. but I have a blue, 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 blue Christmas. Thank you very much. Much love to you. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. SDA.
Thank you so much.
That was wonderful.
Thank you,
You-
Albert.
Thank you, Tony.
One last thing. Do you think you guys can mail me an SDA vegetarian lunch?
It wouldn't taste good by the time it got there.
All right.
Yeah.
No, but we can send you some pita bread and some
Hummus.
hummus.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Send us some Carolina barbecue.
Sounds good.
Oh, it's big down here. And the okra and the mashed
I know.
potatoes and all that.
Thank you so much, Elvis.
Thank you very much,
Great
baby.
seeing you, Tony.
Bye, Tony.
You too, baby.
Thank you.
I would love to invite Kwani to close us out with some Christmas songs and Kwani, maybe, and everyone. So this is the end of our official general meeting, but I would ask you to stick around if you would like to hear some more songs and also sing some more songs, so you can unmute yourself and sing as well. So I'm gonna give it up to Kwani to select the songs for us, and if you know the song, feel free to sing along.
Why don't we start with the traditional one that we did the last time? Ready, guys?
Are we ready?
Andrew, do you want to sing? My boyfriend's working from home, so I'm going to make him sing with us.
Okay, great. Christmas, we wish
Wish
you
you
a
a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. You and your kin, good feeling of Christmas
and a Happy New Year. Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas. We
We
wish
wish you a Merry
Christmas
Christmas
and a Happy New Year. Woo! Yay!
Okay, bye-bye.
Kwani.
You're welcome. Who wants to take this one?
Wait, how did it go? Let's say okay,
Yeah.
start over. In one horse day, away here we go, laughing all the way. Bells on the ring, making spirits bright. And sing and say bells on the night. Hey, hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a horse and sleigh. Hey. What fun it is to ride in one horse open sleigh. Woohoo!
Yay.
Oh, Frosty. Do we know that one?
Frosty
Frosty
the
the
Snowman.
Snowman. Yeah.
That's the only part.
That's
That's the only part.
Frosty the Snowman.
Was a very jolly soul. He was made of snow
Pipe and a button
and
nose and two eyes made up.
Why does the Jewish person know Frost?
What's the Jewish
They
came to work one day. There must have been some magic in that old silk hat he found. For when he put it on his head, he began to dance around. Oh, Frosty the Snowman. Thumpity thump thump, thumpity thump thump, look at Frosty go.
You thump, thump over the hills of snow.
Amazing.
Oh, if you could play. Do you want a slower song?
Woo! Was that have yourself a merry little Christmas?
Oh yeah, I have that
I'll
one.
be home for Christmas.
Ah.
I'll be home for Christmas, if only in your dreams. Yeah.
I have so many songs in here.
One more song from Kwani, please.
I'll play more. I just have to find the song. There's so many songs in here. I was singing this at work all day the other day because I love this song.
Star up on the highest bough.
Nice. Great. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Kwani.
Wonderful.
That was so beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very nice music.
Okay. Well, happy holidays, everyone.
Happy holidays.
This is officially the end of our general meeting. Thank you for partaking in our music and holiday cheers and our raffle and starting to dream for new year, upcoming new year. Have yourself a merry little Christmas and happy new year.
Feliz Navidad.
Merry
Feliz
Christmas,
Navidad.
everybody.
Gracias
Happy
por la canción,
holidays.
Lupita.
Happy holidays.
New Year. Thank you.
Happy New Year.
Gracias, Lupita.
2022.
Merry Christmas. and
Everyone.
Happy New Year to all.
Merry Christmas, Cora. Happy almost birthday.
Yeah.
Yes, happy
Happy
birthday.
holiday. Happy New
Yeah,
Year.
happy birthday, Cora.
Holidays,
Thank you so
everyone.
much, Kwani.
Thank
Happy
you.
birthday,
Gracias.
That was
Cora.
great.
Thank you,
That
Kwani.
was so
Thank
great.
you.
Great,
Thank you, Lupita.
Thanks
great
so much.
celebration party.
Happy holidays,
Happy
everyone.
birthday.
Bye, Kwani. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Gracias,
And
Lupita.
thank you.
Adios.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
So much,
Thanks so
everyone.
much.
No tenemos